мішаєш.
I have returned to Lviv to complete, I guess, my Ukrainian mission, let's call it. I have been just over 7 months, I think, here in Ukraine, volunteering and showing my street project all around the country. Showed it in about 10 of the 15 cities I have been in. I'm back at the Lviv Rotary Club area where I will deliver the remainder of the cash that I've made. Amazing times here in Ukraine, lots of highs and lows, but it is winter, sadly, as you can see. We got a lot of snow here. The alarm just went off as well. So the power has been shut down. There's missile attacks going on like crazy. So unfortunately, it's a bad time to leave in the winter, but I'm useless in the winter. So I'm gonna head inside and see the team. I brought a bunch of chocolate bars for those that don't drink, but the guys that do, we got a big fat beer for these guys and a bag of cash. So I'm gonna deliver that and say farewell to the team here, and yeah. Let's put this here somewhere.
Football soccer.
Oh, really?
Club.
It's his favorite.
You'll never walk alone. Green Lions. It's your favorite team?
Yes, yes, yes.
So because of the continuous missile attacks, the power is out a lot. 80% of the country is without power or small amounts of power. A lot of places are using these generators. The organization that I'm helping here has been using this generator for about a month now. The problem with using these generators, they obviously use a lot of fuel, and the fuel costs here in Ukraine has really skyrocketed, like doubled or tripled. So right now, because the sun is up, they're trying to keep the blast blinds, let's call them, up to get the sunlight in to keep the generator off. Unfortunately, there is no heat. They're using just the sunlight to be able to see the work that they're doing, but later on at night they have to turn on the generator because it just gets too damn cold. So there are about 15 or 20 military in a very tiny room working on medical procedures and how to apply the tunics and carrying injured bodies, and it's pretty intense stuff.
Це легкий, тому що ні, по-моєму, там йому все на світі.
То не робимо там
Отак
шурум.
Зверху запати. Так і треба,
Давай
да?
пробуємо.
Зараз будеш пхати.
Нормально. Братан, подержи.
Давайте заходимо, заходимо.
Ні, давайте десь на сторону.
Сторонні тіла не діставати, вивихи переломи не вправляти, ребра наружу. Ви собі відразу уявіть, якщо ви зараз маєте якісь запитання, тут всі речі, в яких ми щось можемо зробити.
Во всех, блядь, спасти не получится, скажем
Так, і ви маєте теж розуміти, що він може померти незалежності від ваших дій або від вашої бездіяльності.
So as a Canadian citizen, I'm allowed 90 days visa-free here in Ukraine, but I have been here over 7.5 months, so I'm here illegally, and actually the easiest way for me to overstay here, rather than going through all the paperwork and all the documentation, was just basically stay illegally, which is what I've done, and then the help of some friends, wink wink, they're hooking it up where I basically have to pay the fine to leave the country, but I'm going to pay the minimum fine because I've been here as a volunteer. Very cool.
Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Oman.
So the organizations and the volunteers here have been joking and laughing, saying, well, thank you for your service, thank you for risking your life for over 7 months as a volunteer. Please pay your fine or your ticket before you leave. So let's go pay my ticket. So it's not 2,000, good evening. It's not 2,600, good evening. It's 2,601. So my friend just told me that without him as a contact and without the connections of paying the minimal amount, the maximum amount is 17,000 grivna, and you get kicked out of the country for 5 years, deportation. Good to have friends. So the bank will not see me because I don't have my passport. You need to have a passport to pay the fine, but because the government office has the passport, so we have to go back and get the passport. Oh my God. So apparently we're going back to get my passport so we can use this terminal right here, which is in the government building that we just left. So we can't do the bank. Let's go get my passport and use a machine instead. This is how you pay your fine in Ukraine. When you illegally overstay in Ukraine, you use an ATM machine.
Okay, yes?
Correct. And because it's an ATM machine, I have to pay a fee. 200, 400. This is going to take some time. 6. Ukrainian style. And
46
oh,
hryvnia.
wait, I need more. I need 46. Because I had exact change, 2,601, it's asking for a fee. So my friend who's helping me gave me some money to complete the transaction. I owe you 20 hryvnia, buddy. Come on. Processing. Processing. And yes, there's your receipt.
You need 4 hryvnia more to charge your phone.
Do I want to charge my phone for 4
4
hryvnia?
hryvnia. Okay.
No, I'm okay.
Yes, maybe we'll charge.
No, my phone's charged. It's all good. But thank you, machine, for offering me a recharge
Okay,
for 4
yes
hryvnia.
or no? Okay,
So
you choose.
I'll push high, which means no.
Hi, it means no.
That's how you do it Ukrainian style with your passport, your government documentation, and your ATM machine. You can stay as long as you want, just pay your fee and from a machine and off you go. Ah. Thank you. You saved my life. Thanks, buddy.
Welcome.
Well, after an amazing 7 months here in Ukraine, sadly it is time to go. It is winter, it is snowing, it is cold, and my street project does not work in this type of weather, so raising money is absolutely, well, impossible at this time of year. So the plan now, as you can see I'm at the train station, is to head on back to Poland, spend a couple of weeks of just some relaxation, take a mental break, regroup. Also met a lot of incredibly amazing people here in Ukraine. Lots of highs and lows, probably more highs than lows, and just so many memories, so many stories. So if you've been following the journey, then you've seen and heard a lot of these stories and adventures that I've gone through. So I may come back here in the summer, not sure what's going on just yet, but amazing times, good people, I'm glad I could do a small part. Goodbye from Lviv and goodbye from Ukraine.